Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet Violet VGC video. I'm your host, Jose Rocks, and today we are going to be getting into our Terapagos team. So this is going to be the second video in our journey through VGC of Regulation I, and this team was really fun. So if you guys like this type of content, there is a runner code up at the top right, as well as a Poképaste down in the description below, so you can try this team. But go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers, and every subscription that you guys leave on the channel helps us to grow on the channel. And I have some really fun things that I'm gonna do once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It doesn't hurt anything. It's completely free, and hey, you support the channel, right? So we continue to grow the community. But this team is so much fun. I had a lot of fun with it, and Miraidon is one of the most powerful restrictors in the format, and it fits really well next to Choice Specs Terapagos. Most Miraidon you see are usually running Choice Specs or Assault Vest, but I did want to have Iron Hands on this team, so instead of running the Assault Vest or the Choice Specs on Miraidon, we chose to go Life Orb because it's like the next best option. You could run something like Covert Cloak, but I felt like with us having Farigiraf, we didn't really need it, but Covert Cloak is really good for best of one. But like I said, I like to build my teams in a way where they're good in best of 3 and best of 1, right? So Miraidon is a really fun Pokemon. With Life Orb, you're able to get similar damage to what Choice Specs can do. It's almost the same amount of damage output. Choice Specs a little bit stronger, but you do have the option to protect and also switch through your moves, right? And that's something that's very key for this team, because one of the fun leads that you can lead is Miraidon plus a Spatra. And if your opponent doesn't have anything that's threatening setup, you can go for a Protect on a Spatra and then go for a Protect on Miraidon. And then the following turn, a Spatra outspeed Miraidon, you can go for Lumina Crash with any of your moves like Electro Drift or Draco Meteor, Dazzling Gleam if it's hitting something super effective. And then you just pick up one-hit KOs on things. So it's a really fun strategy. We're also running Terapagos with Choice Specs. That's why we don't have it on Miraidon. Terapagos is going to be offering a lot of damage output, and it also pairs really well with Spatra as well, where you can go for Lumina Crash plus Terra Starstorm, and your opponent really can't Terra out of that unless they have a Dark type, like you're just picking up KOs across the field, right? Went with Dark Pulse, Earth Power, and Ice Beam coverage as well. There's going to be certain scenarios where Terapagos is not that good with this Terra, or that it takes too much damage where it's unable to Terra, but you still want to be able to click other moves. Or if you just want to use your Terra for something else like Miraidon, if it's positioned really well to your opponent's team, or whether getting a Ghost Terra off with Chi-Yu will help you, win the game by surprising them by, becoming immune to a fighting type or a normal type attack, or just being able to get around Fake Out, right? Or even Iron Hands if it's positioned well with the Water Terra, right? So those are some instances where you won't Terra Terapagos, but you can click some of those other moves, and they're able to still deal, clear damage. Dark, Ground, and Ice is just good coverage across the field. Pretty much hits the whole board for what your other mons can't hit for at least like neutral or super effective damage, and that's really cool in my opinion. And stuff that gets hit super effectively by some of this stuff is usually getting 1-shot or 2-shot, right, depending on how bulky those mons are. Next we have Farigiraf. Farigiraf rounds out the Trick Room part of this team, where you go Iron Hands, Farigiraf, and then probably Terapagos and Miraidon in the back, because Choice Scarf, Chi-Yu, and Spatra don't really like to play in Trick Room. So you will lead those 4, right? And there's certain teams that just can't handle Iron Hands on the Trick Room, and Iron Hands will kind of feel like a second restricted. And so Farigiraf helps it with setting it up. We went with the Fire Terror just to get around, a Chi-Yu or Fluttermane going for Dazzling Gleam plus a Fire type attack double up into Farigiraf. And also Fire Terror is just really good coverage, really good defensive coverage into a lot of the things that you might run out to there. And Mental Herd also helps you be able to get around Taunt. One thing that opponents like to do is something that has like a Covert Cloak, or something like a Fluttermane that has manual Taunt, and they'll like to taunt into Farigiraf, so you can't fake them out, and they get around the priority blocking that Armor Tail offers. Something like Tornadus, with Prankster, it can't taunt the Farigiraf with Armor Tail out, right? So Pokemon that like to have manual taunt, like a Incineroar to stop Trick Room, Fluttermane is the most common culprit of it to stop Trick Room. That Mental Herb's gonna give you that extra turn to where you get that Trick Room up, and then Iron Hands can just sweep your opponent in Trick Room, right? And his Iron Hands is able to deal a lot of damage, especially when it's paired with Miraidon. If you get that Electric Terrain up, you're just dealing massive amounts of damage. Next we have Chi-Yu. Chi-Yu pretty standard. One thing though is just Ghost Terra. Even though we do have the Farigiraf, there's a lot of opportunities where Chi-Yu's on the field and you don't have Farigiraf, and you still want to go for that Ghost Terra, because Chi-Yu, a single Ghost Terra, get around Fake Out, and one-shotting something is just so valuable, right? So this team actually has like It does have, you know, of course it's a double restricted, but Chi-Yu and Iron Hands in the right matchups can sometimes feel like restricted themselves, right? So that's really cool. And Overheat just does massive amounts of damage. Chi-Yu really threatens the Zamazenta and Calyrex Shadow teams and force them to Terror, and then Terapagos just kind of feeds on them, right? So it's a really cool duo. Chi-Yu does force a lot of Terrors, which is also, you know, very good for this team. Same with Iron Hands. You have 3 Pokemon on the other side of the field that are always forcing Terrors, and Terapagos is able to just take advantage of that. Next we have a Spatula. So the Spatula is going to be the unique pick on this team. One thing that it can do is that with skill swap, you have a lot of different applications where you can skill swap away Intimidate to intimidate your opposing the opposing side of the field. If they have something like Incineroar and some physical attackers out, you can skill swap your Miraidon to get rid of your opponent's terrain. If they, let's say they lead Indeedee or Rillaboom, they get rid of your terrain. You can skill swap the terrain back and give Miraidon that boost that they probably wasn't expecting. And you can also pick up, you know, a lot of one-hit KOs with that surprise tech. It's still good in best of 3, even your opponent can see it coming. It's still hard for them to stop it if you play it properly. And Lumina Crash just allows the rest of the team to do so much damage. Lumina Crash, when hitting something with a Dark Pulse from Chi-Yu or a Heat Wave or any of the moves from Miraidon or even Terapagos, it's very hard to switch into that, and it pairs really well with them. There's not a lot of opportunities where a Spatula can come out where it's going to be able to sweep your team, but it can, in the right situations, you know, pretty much clean up games really fast and, you know, get you the wins really quickly. So that's the idea behind it. If there's one thing to note, this team does feel really strong, and a Spatula does feel like the weak link on this team. So if you did want to swap something out, I would consider swapping the Spatula out for something like maybe functions better on the Trick Room, or something else that can help you give a little bit more speed control, like a Whimsicott or something like that, right? Other than that, because that would make this team feel more like a Aramega, you know, Luca Cherubelli World's winning team, just, you know, switching out some of the mods, but, you know, having Miraidon, Iron Hands, Furgraph, and Whimsicott kind of round out that team, right? So you probably could switch it out for a Whimsicott or something like that, just to give yourself a little bit better matchup against opposing Tailwind, and you can also play like Tailwind Trick Room. But for, you know, the course of this video, I wanted to try to use a Spatula, but it honestly was very hard to break into a lot of matches, right? But we did have a video where it was able to showcase, you know, some of his skills that it was able to do. But other than that, this team is really fun. I think that it has a lot of viability in this format, and I think that we're gonna probably see more Miraidon and Terapagos teams pop up. So if you guys like this type of content, or you like this team, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and we're gonna go ahead and get into these battles. For our first match, we got an opposing Miraidon. So these teams typically like to lead Calyrex Ice, right? So I want to punish the Calyrex Ice lead. He doesn't really have wide guard. If he leads Calyrex Ice, he's gonna need to lead like something like Incineroar, right? Oh, you're not gonna click Tailwind, okay. I don't mind you taking my Chi-Yu to get a free KO on your Whimsicott. You don't set up Tailwind. This looks like a good position to bring my Miraidon in and just click Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, so I was a little skeptical about Heat Wave there, but I wanted to punish Whimsicott in case it didn't go for Tailwind. It didn't get Light Screen up, this one for Moonblast. Close Combat was already going to kill Chi-Yu, but I guess he was covering for Sash. Terra Terapagos here and punish Miraidon for tearing, and go like Dazzling Gleam plus Terra Blast. I kind of like that. I mean Terra Starstorm, because you're gonna want to Terra your Miraidon here, right? And if you Volt Switch into Calyrex Ice, you take a lot of damage. But this is playing out pretty good because he didn't set up Tailwind. So unless you're max speed Miraidon that we just outspeed you, he should just not Terra Miraidon, but you are risking just taking a Draco Meteor to the face. And the worst that Urshifu can do here is like Sucker Punch, right? But we're already going for a Terra. Oh, nice. Is that Calyrex Ice? Okay. I don't mind 1 HP Urshifu in the back. Well, it does threaten a close combat later into Terapagos, so we got to be careful about that. But he does go for the Terror, so we're gonna knock out his Miraidon. And we're still gonna do decent chip damage, even though we get rid of the terrain. We do decent chip damage to the Calyrex Ice. And if my Miraidon survives, I can just put Dazzling Gleam again to kill Urshifu before it can. Yeah, we just need to get the KO here. I'd be shocked if we didn't. Miraidon's losing his damage output, right? So you do move first. We should survive with Dazzling. Well, it depends. I don't have a lot of faith. We do survive. Oh, he's Life Orb. Okay, not Choice Space. Choice Space with a KO. But this is beautiful. Because he had the Terror in front of Miraidon. And now Terapagos just punishes the Terror. Now, he can Sucker Punch my Miraidon, but then you just get double KO'd by Terror Starstorm. And if you try to go the close combat route, then Dazzling Gleam just knocks out Urshifu. So we should have a pretty much a guaranteed win here. He already uses Terra, so I don't see how he gets around this. Now you can Sucker Punch and kill Miraidon, but then we just move into Terapagos, right? I think you should try to hedge and see if we got a high roll on the Terra Starstorm and allow. Yeah, so he's going for the fact that I probably got a high roll with Terra Starstorm and then Calyrex survive. Well, we should get the KO, but if not, then Iron Hand just wins him at 4 HP. Nice. That was a clean game. We didn't even have to rebuild our last month. Yeah, we punished my opponent pretty hard, doubling to the Whimsicott, and he felt like it's pretty safe. I knew one of them had to have Sash, and mostly on the Whimsicott teams, it's usually Choice Band, Urshifu, and Focus Sash Whims. When you see those two, and usually the Whimsicott has Endeavor on it as well. So I figured that it was better to double up into that slot, not the Urshifu slot, because I actually was thinking about playing towards Fairy Terra Miraidon, and Urshifu Dark just does nothing into that, right? So I felt like it was a good position to not double it and like kind of let it sit on the field and not threaten too much into Miraidon. But it ended up working out because he didn't set up Tailwind, so we was able to punish him for not doing that. Nice, but let's keep going. We have double bites. What? Plus Whim. All right, so my Miraidon is threatening Helping Hand plus Dazzling Gleam across the board, right? The only thing that he has that can take it is like Fire Terra Koraidon and Ogerpon. I can also threaten with Trick Room. Iron Hands kind of cleans his team under Trick Room. I can honestly just set that up. Because you're not going to want to play towards a win. And of course we need to bring it to Terapagos. Is this a game for a Spatula? If I go to a Spatula route, he's going to want a Tailwind, right? I don't think we bring a Spatula yet. I'm going to get a game in with it so I can showcase why it's on his team, but I don't think this is the game for it. It's really on the team to help you get around that Rillaboom matchup. Like the skill swap into Miraidon getting his boost back, and then Miraidon also gets the speed boost. Ability, so it can get like extremely fast, which is really cool. Right, he's probably gonna Terra his into Fairy, but we have Helping Hand, he has Light Screen, so we probably gonna do about the same amount of damage to each other. These choice specs, he may still do a decent. He's gonna do a decent amount. But we're both. Oh, he's trying to take out the fridge. I guess he wants to. He probably has one in the back. Helping Hand kind of helps us get around that. So we don't get a KO there, but it's close. What did you both switch into? Alright, that's cool, but now we get to see what it. So he was gonna stop Trick Room, so there's no way he was gonna trick Room. He's Life Orb too. What's up with all the Life Orb Miraidons? I thought I was on to something with the Life Orb being able to deal similar damage to the choice specs, but being able to switch your moves. There's a lot of people on it. He can Thunder Wave my Miraidon now too. But you can't Terra Miraidon, right? So I can just fake out the Grim. Dazzle. And if you switch out the Grim, you had to switch out Miraidon into Fergraph just to get a Thunder Wave off, which could honestly be worth it if you had it. But I think you brought over. He did bring over a opponent. Yeah, you're protecting, but I'm max speed, so if you're not running max speed Miraidon, like you're threatened here. And that's what good we didn't get a KO here because Grimmsnarl can't thunder. So Ivy Cudgel is gonna KO. But Dazzle will pick up Miraidon, right? And if you KO Miraidon, we still have Iron Hands plus Terapagos. So I'm fine with going for Dazzle here. Punch into the slot. Oh yeah, give me the Miraidon. Are you focused as Miraidon? No. Okay, nice. So Ogerpon can either take my Miraidon or deal massive damage to the Iron Hands, but either way we're in a good spot. And he's gonna take the Miraidon, which is fine because Terapagos still has his. He is Life Orb, so he can protect. But if you protect, I'm just gonna KO Grim. Nice, and Iron Hand's still full health. But he's not Fairy Terror, so if he does have Dazzling Gleam, it's not gonna do as much damage. I think we're in a good spot here. So the worst thing he can do, because you can protect Miraidon here, but I'm gonna target Grim with Iron Hands. Because you could just... Thunder Wave would probably be the most annoying thing and play for full para. I'm going to target Miraidon with this slot. I think we protect and Spirit Break that slot. Actually, I want to target the Grimmsnarl with Terapagos. Because we'll move first before Spirit Break. And then low kick this slot. Yep. So it's a Spirit Break with Grimmsnarl or a Thunder Wave, right? But we move first with Terapagos. So he doesn't even get to break our Star Shield. We get a crit to boot. Crit didn't matter. 2020 Pokevision, can we get that in the comments? Yeah. When I seen that Life Orb, I knew he would be passive and go for the protect that turn because he needs to break the Terra Shield. But now, Dazzling Gleam's not going to KO either. He did go for Electro Drift. So the only way this gets a KO if it crits. Let's see how much this does through Terra Shield. Sheesh. Yeah, that's a one-hit KO if I have Terra and terrain is up. Of course, we get rid of the terrain, but I'm saying like if it came back in and had his terrain up while I'm already Terra, that's a one-hit KO. Yeah, but Iron Hands had this right. Iron Hands was so good here. And Miraidon really gave my opponent nothing. Like, it set up the Sun, went for a Protect. All it did was allow Ivy Cudgel to pick up the KO on Miraidon. But I would argue that's not even that valuable. I think the damage would have been more valuable on the Iron Hands. I hope for a crit to one-shot Iron Hands. And then you keep your Ogerpon around, and it's a 3v2. Right? So I think that would have been a better play for my opponent. But that was a fun set of matches. Let's keep going. A very speedy team with Lunala. This is interesting. Regieleki, Chiyu, Lunala, Rillaboom, Talonflame, and Miraidon. So I think this is a game to do some interesting things with Dispatcher. Talonflame's gonna want to set up Tailwind, right? Actually, Fergraph is pretty threatening here to my opponent. And Fergraph Iron Hands kind of clears my opponent's team. Terapagos Miraidon. Yeah, I thought about bringing Dispatcher here too, but I just feel like I want to win more than use, you know, the niche part of the team, but I just wanted to play with Dispatcher. So we are going to bring it out in the game, but I want to showcase the strength of the team rather than showcase the niche part of the team. Do you Terra Chi you here to get around fake out? Could also fire Terra Chi here. I think I saved it for Terapagos. If you burn your Terra, you burn your Terra. Yeah, I had a feeling I would do it. I could have set up Trick on him. And he missed. Whew, it's a huge miss. I could really just Terra Fergraph here and get a Trick on me. Punish Lunala with Terapagos. Yeah, because this team is so speedy. I really want to Terra Terapagos, but I think I should go for it. And wild charge here. Okay, he doesn't want to take another foul play. If getting Trick Room up here and keeping Iron Hands around would be really good. He is Meteor Beam, so he's either running Wide Guard or Trick Room, right? He wouldn't have both. So he's got to have Moongeist Beam and Moonblast. Oh, wow. That was a good play. Should have Drain Punch cheated. Friggraph is still relatively healthy. I don't really love my play last turn because I feel like I could have Drain Punch Chi-Yu. We are threatening, it should be a double KO here. Psychic here and Terra Star Storm and Chi-Yu. I think this should pick up the KO. I'm expecting Rillaboom and Koraidon in the back. Nice. Choice Specs Terra Starstorm still does work, right? And you already used your Terra, so Psychic is like super threatening. Yeah, Rillaboom's offering recovery too. Koraidon Protect is obvious here. It's so obvious that I just want to double into the Rillaboom. But Miraidon honestly just beats Rillaboom, so as long as we remove Koraidon, we're in a good spot. I don't think Woodhammer kills Friggraph. So I honestly just want to double this slot. The Protect is obvious, but as long as we remove Koraidon, I think we're in a good spot. And if he attacks Terapagos here, I think he just loses. Oh, he has that horsepower. I am max speed, so unless he's Jolly max speed, if he's adamant, then he just gets the KO with close combat. I think I protect Miraidon, because I think you always tell me. And I think the protect tech on us should be, because you should have horsepower there. Okay. Good damage. He did double that slot. Oh no, he didn't. Okay. Alright. So we can always Terra Starstorm that slot. And Draco Rillaboom. The Protect is so obvious, but I really don't want to go for it. Because I think that my Miraidon is faster than him. he's faster. What? Well, I mean, no, he's not faster. We speed tie. He want a speed tie. Yeah, Bason's not gonna get the KO there. He can miss our horsepower though. Can you get a miss for us? You want for glide? What? My opponent just sold. This is -2 though. Yeah, but this should get carried like a 2. Oh wow, we supposed to lose that game. I guess he didn't want to miss. And the field is clear. That's how you know it's a good battle. But since we knock out his Pokemon first, we win the game. Wow. So it was he was max speed Jolly. Wow, that was an intense game. So regardless if I would have attacked on the Trick Room, it was a speed tie. I did make the right play, but he didn't double the Miraidon slot, which was smart from him, which usually would seem safe because most Miraidon are choice specs, right? Or assault vest right now. They're not really running a life orb. Well, we've seen a couple life orb Miraidon at this point. But yeah, that was a good game. I'm trying to think of a way I could have had a guaranteed win. I feel like it was a guaranteed win. I think I had to make some hard reads and read the protects on Koraidon, but I really didn't want to. And just knock out the Rillaboom. Like I could have done the turn he was guaranteed to protect with Koraidon. But I just didn't want to make that call and then he gets... But I still have my Terra Shield, right? Yeah, so honestly, I could have just read the protect and foul play plus Terra Starstorm into Rillaboom, and that would have made my game a lot easier. I think I just had to make one hard read on the protect, and then the rest of the game would have been easy. But we still able to get that win, so let's keep going. And that's bring it Spatula. So I'm gonna bring this Spatula to Terapagos and go for the strategy for our final game. I feel like Chi-Yu. I don't think it's that good here because I can't protect with it, right? I'm gonna bring a Spatula with Chi-Yu and see how this goes. Because the Trick Room gets set up, Chi-Yu just immediately loses. Like immediately loses to Ursaluna. I wonder if you vote switch into Ursaluna because I can punish that like really hard. I can go Lumina Crash here. I can also mess up his Lunala. I can skill swap and Dark Pulse it. Or I can Lumina Crash and Dark Pulse it. I kinda like that. I'm expecting Ursaluna to come out. I could have just one hit KO his Ursaluna, but if Trick Room doesn't get set up, then he didn't Terra. It is Ursaluna, but there's no Trick Room going on. Let's go! It's Spatula! And we get a speed boost so I can drop something else special defense. And now you can't click Earthquake because you're gonna KO something, you're gonna hurt something next to you. Did he not bring Grim? Oh, that was such a cool play. He get facade. I want to protect here, get another speed boost and switch into Iron Hands. I don't think I need Iron Hands for this match. I just need to bait out Terra. I know that my Miraidon is going to be faster than his Bulky Miraidon. But I don't know what his last one is. Let me take a look at his team again. It could be Urshifu, it could be Grim. I don't think it's Grim. Oh, he went for Snarl. He can get a double KO here, right? I think it's Urshifu. It could be Incineroar. Oh, I can skill swap away the... And low kick. That way you're burnt, so you're not doing any damage. Alright, good job, Espatra. But now his well, Facade is still gonna do some damage, but he don't get the guts boost, right? But now he's effectively burnt. So Terapagos should be able to punch. It is Grimmsnarl. But now he's taking burn. His Facade is weaker and his ground moves are weaker. He doesn't have Fake Out. Ice Beam is hitting a lot of stuff with super effective damage right now. If he goes for Terra Ghost on Ursaluna, then I'm in trouble. I probably should have clicked Ice Beam. This game is so close, man. I feel like I'm there. That's a good protect. Good light screen by Grim. Game is coming down to the wire. He does have light screen and two healthy mons. I actually think I should have Terra Terapagos here. I'm gonna protect here. He did go for the Terra, so I can Electro push that slot next time. Oh, so I can Draco me. Please double target into my Miraidon. Ah, Snarl. That's a bit of a noise. That did nothing. And that Ursaluna is getting faster and faster. Yeah, this team, man, is so bulky. I think I did the wrong Terra here, bro. Oh yeah, that's a lot of damage. Wow, I even made crazy plays, took out Lunala on the first turn. I just still couldn't pull this game out. The Snarl tech on that Miraidon is huge. But what is it running Snarl over? I know it's electric terror. What is it running Snarl over though? Oh, that team is so good. We took the Guts boost away from... I don't think that was the play. I think I should have dropped this special defense by 2 stages. Yeah, but we tried to bring that Spatula out. You saw how cool it can be. We gave it a try. But let's get into let's try one more game. All right, so for our final game of the day, we have Double Drought with Lunala. So we know Lunala and Grata won Worlds 2019. So we know it can be a good duo. I think Terapagos is strong here. He does has double ghost plus screens. I think TU could put on a lot of pressure against my opponent early. And for Riggs, I don't think I want to bring Iron Hands here. I think I can control tempo of the game with Farigiraf on the field. Because it looks like my opponent definitely wants to play a trick in the central game. So this looks like screens, right? So Heat Wave here. Helping him. And just get some damage across the board. That's really bad. because we need to chip damage on ground. But this lead is not doing much for Gruff. Special attack drop. That's just foul play. Alright, so we know you're gonna protect again. Or you could switch in. Yeah, you could switch in Groudon here. I'm gonna go after the Flutter because I don't want to get the knockout. You're gonna knock out Chi-Yu, but I'm gonna knock out Flutter. And I think that's a fair trade. Actually, I could have switched out into Terapagos, right? Because Chi-Yu's threatening. Heat Wave is still threatening a lot with the sun. I just need to get things in range of my Miraidon being able to KO everything. See who I should be faster than this Groudon. Oh, my opponent went for Thunder Wave, but I'm gonna tell up. Yeah, we are faster, so there's no need to get on. That's good damage. And he didn't set up. Oh, Terapagos space. Like that's not 2 KO. He didn't set up a flex. That's nice. Last minus. I think I could just Terra here. If you switch in Lunala, you take a lot of damage, right? I could have foul played too. I could. That was an opportunity to foul play to really punish that switch. But you can't Trick Room and Wide Guard, right? It's not gonna be too much life. Oh, we get the crit. I'll take it, because then he don't get a Spirit Break off. Well, he only had foul play. I mean, in this position, I can just tear Starstorm. You can Wide Guard, but then I just knock out Groudon with foul play. We already saw. We already saw that Pressure Blaze is not going to get the KO on Frigorap. We just need, all we needed to do is get the KO right now. He does miss. Perfect. Alright, let's go for Riggs. Oh, we don't get the KO. But I can still just go for the same play again. And if you don't wire guard Lunala, you take a lot of damage here. That Groudon's super bulky. So either you get hit super effectively, you protect Groudon, or you attack with Groudon, but you're not going to get the KO with Blaze without a crit. One for the wire guard. But once Groudon goes down, you can just wire guard forever and we just KO you with Miraidon. As long as we don't switch in Miraidon here, we're good. So we just got to eat the blades. Nice, we survive. Block it. Beautiful. Put wire guard till the cows come home, but this should be game. And I think I'm just gonna psychic here just to get some chip. Nice, and get that win. Let's go. Normal Terra Lunala is interesting because that just becomes completely immune to Astral Barrage and flips that matchup on his head. And the guy was able to turn that last game around and get another win. But yeah, that team that won the most recent regional, Milwaukee, is so strong, man. So I have to find out a different way to beat it with this team. But it's gonna take a lot of different efforts. But let's get into a mirror review. All right, so getting into a final review for starters. Again, there's a Renico up at the top right, as well as a Poképaste down in the description below. Let me know with a comment below what you guys think about this team, and if you think that it's cool and unique. I really haven't seen anybody really using Terapagos and Miraidon, but I do think that it's a very fun duo. Miraidon does force out a lot of terrors, especially against opposing Miraidon, and Terapagos is really able to take advantage of that. So there's a really cool duo. I do think that you need to always be running max speed Miraidon to play with Terapagos, because you need to be able to threaten the opposing Miraidon when it doesn't want to go for a Terra, so you can just threaten a one-hit KO on it. And if it does go for the Terra, then you know you always have your Terapagos to help you, secure the KO after that. So this is a really cool team. One thing to note, Espatra really didn't come out much at all. It was just a niche pick I thought could fit on this team. The theory craft was that you put it around special attackers and is able to abuse like Lumina Crash. And also you can go for the skill swap with to get your terrain back on the Miraidon if Rillaboom's on the field. And it's like a lot of other cool applications that you can do with it, right? But a lot of it really didn't come out. It just really doesn't fit in the meta. It's just too vulnerable. Urshifu just one-shots it through Protect, so you don't even get a chance to get your speed boost up. So there's just a lot of things that threaten it right now. So if this team does feel really strong, I feel like that slot can be switched out for something, and then you'll have a lot more success with the team. But other than that, I give this team an 8 out of 10. I had a lot of fun with it. So again, if you guys want to try it, go ahead and test out the rental before the end of the month, because we're going to be showcasing the new rentals, right? But this team was really fun, and I had a lot of fun with it. So let me know in the comment below what you guys think about it. If you guys, want to subscribe to the channel, we are very close to 1,000 subscribers. So I really would appreciate if you guys would subscribe as we continue to grow the channel, and I'm going to continue to put out more content for you guys. And if you like this video, there's another couple videos that will be popping up on your screen right now for you to go back and watch. There's also some of the Renicos and a team that we showcased before this team. But that's going to be it for this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Stay tuned. More new videos soon. Deuces.